Okay. What I'm going to show y'all how to do is to make these tassels. There's other videos out there to make them, but I use a needle to do mine. So I'll show you how to do it. They're really easy. What you need for this is some crochet yarn. I think it's called crochet thread, this one, because it's thinner than actual yarn. I got this one at Michael's. And it's going to be by the yarn section. At Michael's, I think they were kind of like on the back wall here. And these ones are from Hobby Lobby. And these are like on an end cap. They're by the yarn, but they're on an end cap. And I think they're about $2.99 a piece. And you can use a coupon on them. Okay, and you need that. Then you're going to need some beads. These are from Michael's, and I used a coupon on these. I think these were $7.99. And they're like a plastic bead. And these are from Hobby Lobby. These are a little bit bigger. I haven't tried these out yet on the tassels that I've made. And you need some ribbon to tie around this piece right here. A glue gun. These tools, you can use them. You don't really need them because you can kind of, and you need some jump rings. These are bigger ones. I don't know the size of them. I got these at Hobby Lobby. But you can kind of use your fingers to get the jump rings on. A needle. And this one has like a bigger hole so I can fit the crochet thread in there. And then a piece of chipboard or cardboard or cardstock or cardboard. This one's about 3 inches in height. It doesn't matter how wide. And a pair of scissors. And then I use this comb to kind of brush these down at the end to trim them. So what you're going to need to do is we're going to wrap the thread or the yarn around your piece of cardboard. I'm just untangling it. Okay. So I wrap it about 20 to 30 times, just depending how thick you want your tassel. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I did this one about 30 times. Then you want to cut it. Then you want to get a piece that's from the same color. And I think this one's about 14 inches long. And you want to, I already pre-cut this piece. So you want to thread it underneath all the thread you just wound on that paper. So it catches all those threads. And then just kind of tie it. You're not going to tie it in a knot yet. You're just going to kind of tie it so it holds all those threads. And then get your scissors and trim all that, or cut all that off so you can get it off the paper, off the cardboard. Then once you get it off, you can tighten your thread. And then I double knot it so it stays put. Okay, then once it's double knot, just trim it so that they're even so you can thread them through the through the needle. And this is why you need a needle with a kind of big hole. And these are like embroidery needles, because embroidery needles are going to be a little bit thicker. Just when you look at, you know, you can get them at Michael's or at Hobby Lobby, and I think even Walmart sells it. And it might take me a second. Sorry, I had to go off camera so I could see what I was doing. And this needle is probably still too, the hole's probably still too small. I'm gonna stop real quick so I can try to thread this off camera because it might take me a second. Okay, So that took me a second, but it's not that hard. You can even put a piece of tape or something right here to help you thread it through there. So once you have it threaded, you're gonna add your beads, and I add 3 of them. You can add 2, 3, 4, however many you want to add. So you just like thread them. You put the bead on the needle because you already threaded that yarn through the needle. Okay. Then once I do that, I grab my jump ring and I thread my jump ring through the needle. So that's what's going to hold your beads. Then I get the needle and I go through on the outside of the jump ring, and I put my needle back through the beads all the way through all 3 of them. And you're going to come out the bottom of that last one. So when you pull that through, that's what holds your jump ring, and your jump ring holds your beads. So that's why you want this piece of thread a little bit longer, about 14 inches, because then you're going to need to knot it. So I just go kind of underneath or in between the knot the double knots that I made to hold that tassel together. And I'm trying to put it close so y'all can see it. So I kind of just put my needle through there and I knot it. I hope I'm in frame. And it might not look that, oh, I just unthreaded my needle. It might not look that great, but once you have it done, you can kind of push your beads down and they will hide the knot. Let me see if I can thread this back in the needle. I like to double knot it. Okay, so I got it back on there. And I'm going to knot it again just to make sure that it's secure. So I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just putting my needle through the knot I made to tie the tassel together at the beginning. Okay, so then with this, instead of, I mean, you could cut this off, but to blend it, like just so it blends more with the tassel, I stick my needle in the middle of the tassel and I just thread it down there so it looks like it's part of it. And you're gonna trim all these in a little bit. It just kind of got tangled. But you're gonna trim all these in a little bit so it doesn't matter if it's shorter or longer, or shorter or longer, yeah, because you're gonna trim all of them. So there's that. So what I do now is I get my comb, or you can do it with your fingers. Ah, and that one came out. These are just ones that came out that I pulled too hard on, which is fine. That's why I guess it's better to wrap it a few more extra times. So what I do here is you can cut it with your scissors, and I'm not real good at cutting it straight. Just do it as straight as you can. You can always go back and trim it. If you have a like self-healing mat, I have one of these because I sew a lot, so I use these like for my fabric, and I have several ones, so like if I'm gonna use it for my fabric, I won't use it for this. But if you have a self-healing mat, you can, and an acrylic ruler, you can put it down, and these come out straighter, and I like it like that because my other ones I did it like that, but I don't have my mat over here. But I'll put it down on my self-healing mat, and I'll just kind of comb it down, put it as straight as I can, and then you just cut it with your rotary cutter, and it comes out really straight. And that's how I did these. That's why these are a little straighter than the one I just did. See, this one's a little crooked, but let me just... Okay, that's as straight as that one's gonna get. And this one's a little short, but just to show you. So then what I do with what I do to get to make the tassel part is I get another piece of the yarn. And I guess you could skip this step. You could just put the ribbon on it. But I like to do it like this because it kind of holds it tight together. But you don't have to do this part. You can just put the ribbon on it. So I just tie a piece of this yarn on there. And you don't even have to put the ribbon. You can just do this. You could just do this and leave it like that, and it looks cute like that. And this one I do trim. You could leave it as part of that. Can't really tell. So you can even leave it like this, or you could wrap the thread around a few times and then, you know, knot it. But I add the ribbon, so I just put a little bit of glue. Hopefully this is warmed up. Oh, I might not need that. Okay. Put a little dot of glue. You don't need very much. And then just wrap it around. And this ribbon is from Hobby Lobby. On this one, I used one that I had gotten at Michael's around Christmas time when it was on clearance. And I liked that one a lot, but I ran out of it. So I got this one. So you just wrap it. Then you trim it. Then here's your little tassel. And you can hang it on your Happy Mail, or I hung one on that book that I made, that embellishment book. And you can always add, you didn't need the tools unless you're going to add like a charm. I added a charm on my other one. Or you could add a clasp to this so it's removable. You can even put it on a keychain. And like I said, this one's shorter. These are longer. We can do them whatever length you want. But that's it. Hope you all enjoyed this video.